the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They took it to 10.
Hey.
Yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I could get it by myself. These I could get it by myself. I'ma get it by myself. Yeah. Feel like Ginger from Casino. Aces up my sleeve though. Right before I leave, I said like I'm Dino. Think I'm part Italian. Blame that on Gino. Snowflake the medallion. The skin on cappuccino. I don't kiss and tell. Keep your distance from myself. For the genie with the snails in a 5-star hotel. And I wish he's well when they wish for me to fail. I might donate petty bills. They can't get it by themselves.
That's why you treat my men good, but not too good. I give them too much, then they don't need me. I give them just
yeah, I just ran a checkup on myself. Some days I just have to check up on myself. I'm so icy, got that GG on my belt. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. Lost a lot, but I came out with no L's. Thank the Lord for my people in my health. And I'm fine as hell from my head down to my nails. My man tripping cause I got another cell. He still buy me YSL. I could get it by myself.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Toronto Huskies. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken just shy of the 10 here. And an alley to run. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 20. 10. Touchdown. It's an 89-yard kick return as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So a heck of a start to this one. We haven't even gotten settled in already in the end zone on the opening kickoff.
And you know what happens, too? Now you got to translate what that means, because I think for the team that just scored, their defense, I think they'll be more aggressive now. They'll be bolder. They're playing with a lead and an early one and some momentum. So if you're the offensive coordinator on the other side of the field, you better be prepared for some heavy pressure coming your way. They're going to try and get another big score and a big one early.
Extra point good by Catanzaro, and it's now a 7-0 game. So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff.
The Jets take over. Good luck, boys. Let's go. Let's go. 25-yard line.
Check 53.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Naeem Hines, his first carry. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game. So what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a third down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you've got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
And he is into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that'll make the score 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
Let's go,
First and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Watch the twist, watch the twist. Check, check. Fresno, Fresno, Fresno.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Big yardage that time for the Jets. 49 yards on the ground. So he rips off a great run and shows you why this year he's top 10 in rushing in the league.
And looks like he's trying to move up fast on the leaderboard, doesn't he? Top 10, looks like he's running to get into the top 5.
So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's Hines. And He's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On second down, it's Hines, and they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll run on first down. Hines. And he's in. Touchdown, Jets. Nyheim Hines, touchdown number 18 on the year, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run, end result, 6 points.
Touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard after the 36.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on first down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's second and 9. And an alley to run. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one good for 26 and a first down.
This is one of those plays that has an equal chance of either being a big gain or a big loss. But with the college influence, we're seeing more of these plays come into the NFL.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. After the run, Goff going to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Call it a loss of 12 that time. And it'll make this a second and long.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
But you're going to tell me, good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
The first down play, to be frank, nothing short of awful, and now they have to deal with second and very long. Off-play action. Here's Goff. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 16. Well, this was a 14-0 game not too long ago. Things were looking pretty good. Then you give up the touchdown on the last drive. Now the interception.
So that's a lesson in trying to stay vigilant, isn't it? You have to stay on top of things. Can't relax too much because, as you noted, things change. Now they've got to go out there and get a spark going again and try and slow down this comeback.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the number one thing you would think of. But so many guys now would look at it and say, we've got them set up so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, 3 things can happen, and 2 of them are bad.
Is that what
he would have kept it on the ground.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. Watch out, watch out, watch him.
Looking to throw on second down. Haskins trying to lay one up deep. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be third down.
He was defended by Jalen Ramsey.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. Deuce.
Third down. Here's Haskins. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Intended for Dawson Knox. Incomplete. That is 3 plays.
Here's the Jets punter now. Standing just outside his own goal line. That's taken on the 25. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Huskies 14. Jets 7.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive, followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Play action. It's gone. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Credit that sack to Dante Fowler Jr.
Sometimes I watch games and wonder why they use play fakes on certain passing situations because it's not going to fool anyone. I don't know if that was the case here, but the end result was the same. No one fooled. The quarterback was hit.
They'll fake the handoff. Now gone. And the pressure gets to him again. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long, why are you calling play action?
Because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and that leads to a play action sack. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
At the 12-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Check, 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 check. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Big ass, big ass. Switch, switch. Check, check 43. Hatchet, hatchet. Check safety.
Now Haskins to throw on second down. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. 23 yards the pickup there.
Let's go. To Terry McLaurin. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Jets.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You can't block me. Check that over. Check 13. Undercut. Switch.
Now again, right side. It's Hines. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. The safety Landon Collins there to make the tackle.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Back.
Second down, Haskins. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
The Jets on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10.
Check 52. Whip. Watch the whip. Check 24. Slam. He's coming. We got the ball.
From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Coming off the line, he's been wreaking havoc all year. And look, that's why, as a result, he's getting some looks for Defensive Player of the Year in the NFL.
And I know that many people don't have him first on their list right now, but he deserves that type of consideration. You mentioned it. All year long, he's made big plays and continues to do so. Imagine if he has a big game here. If so, he could vault himself right into the #1 spot.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one.
Crunch. Go. Check Mike. Hey, watch the slide.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 27-yard line.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 99.
General West.
Go.
Hey, 5.
Pick and choose the Mike. Watch Mike. Hey, we heavy on the edges.
Value 3.
Check 24.
And now with the time of the play clock almost up, Ron Rivera's going to call a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Dhat. Like 20.
Check 52 to Mike.
Hey, kill. Super.
Watch the slant.
Hey, Zoo.
On 2nd and 11 now. Goff, nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
3rd and long. It's gone. He completes it to Bryant. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A really nice gain of 25 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Go! Check right 34! Super!
Let's go, hey.
They'll fake the give. Now Goff. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. DC. Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
Goff now to throw.
Get off the field. Let's get off the field.
Wide open receiver complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 3.
Let's go.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as it'll come with 15 seconds to play in the first half. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal.
Hey, you don't want to see me. You don't want to.
And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. They'll come out in the pistol from the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now this time he'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
That's a lead that excites a team as they head into the half. Good way to finish things off.
Yeah, able to extend that lead, and you always say it, that can totally change the complexion of half number 2.
Yeah, it changes your morale, changes your outlook. But even before that, let's see if they decide to kind of squib kick or what they're going to do on the kickoff because you don't want to give up a big play right before the half ends.
Good point.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he's going to be taken down here as that will lead us to the end of the first half of play. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Haskins to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jalen Ramsey with a sack on the corner blitz.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
Now, the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer than it normally is.
Not a lot of positive grades will be handed out thus far.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Don't get nervous. Tight go. Check 9. SOS.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there for a big one. That is sack number 200 for his career. It ties him with Bruce Smith for the all-time NFL record. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. Taking it about the 36. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
We go to the 180.
Check in. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone.
Now a 1st down throw. Gone. Throwing right, and that's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. And a nice gain of 21 yards. Now Goff on 1st down. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 22-yard touchdown grab. And his guys find a way to stretch that lead. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail here by 24 points. Got to get going soon, you'd have to think, as they come up 1st and 10. Oh, twisting away. Oh, and now he bowls him over. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
That was a good, forceful run, and it demonstrates why you've got to put your body on a runner when you're trying to tackle him. If you just go in there and just try and get him down with arm tackles, it usually doesn't work very well, and we saw him that play. He'll run right through those.
Well, he's into the clear. The 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Nyheim Hines with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. The point after is good, and that cuts the lead to 28-14.
Jets 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them. Every move they make works. It clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll keep it on the ground. Clements. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12. Nice job there on the tackle. Keep him to the short gain. And, of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
Limp. I'm going to run you over.
Now a play fake, and it's gone. Going right side here, and that's complete. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one goes for 24 yards.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Hey, Haywood!
On play action, they'll throw. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Dante Fowler able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
That's his 2nd sack of the game, and the best defensive ends, they do their homework as much as offensive guys do. They know how to beat the offensive lineman across from them, what moves they need to do to set them up. This guy's been pretty good at it all game long.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. From the gun on 3rd down, gone. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First down. Hines fighting through, and he's got space. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check.
They run with Hines. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Nyheim Hines. As his guys are back within a single score. Extra point splits the uprights. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter.
28, Jets 21.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This game has really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim one-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
Whoa. Hey, wahoo!
On 2nd and 10, gone. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
At their own 48-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They've got to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
They'll run on first down. It's Hines. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
Mike, 53, Mike. Here we go. Check, 53,
Penny, a first down carry. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6. They run again with Hines, and they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
It's now 4th down.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that puts a little bit of a wrinkle in their comeback bid.
Yeah, everything had turned around for them, hadn't it? I mean, things were now going their way. But you did mention it's a wrinkle in their comeback bid. It's not the death knell for them by any stretch, but now they've got some extra work to do in order to climb all the way back.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They get the crucial turnover, just huge, but now they've got the football deep in their own territory, and you got to be careful because if you give it right back, he's got him in, complete, and all the way down to the 39. It's a big play there. 53 yards.
First and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game.
Let's go. Let's go.
So it's our home team here in possession of the football as we come back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the second half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get them down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
Watch twitch.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hines. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's 3rd down. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. He's back to throw. And he finds McLaurin. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
First down, New York.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Here we go. Kill. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Hey, switch gears.
On 1st down, it's Hines. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Back to throw. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Tried to go for the big one there on 2nd down. Now they're likely down to their final 2 plays.
And you know they've got to keep going for the big shot, right? So defensively, you play what they call top down. Nothing behind you. Make everything get completed in front.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Double up, double up. He's coming. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creep. Safety's creeping.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. That'll be incomplete as the clock will stop with 14 seconds remaining.
Incomplete on the deep ball. Brings up fourth down.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Haskins. Haskins hit, and he lost the football. And the offense will get this one back. Boy, that could have been catastrophic at this late stage of the game, but they avoid disaster.
Like 20.
52. Let's go, D.
Tiger, Tiger.
It's our time. Hey, Mike.
Go.
Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
No. Check that. We're on Mike 52 right here. Mike 52.
Night.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That kid. Big hit.
It leads to 2nd and 10.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Super one. Hey, Foxtrot.
Throwing now, Goff. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. So a little icing on the cake there before the clock hits all zeros.
What a way to finish things off. Exactly what you want. Not much time and a touchdown to put things away.
Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And the lead now up to 14. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men.
That's it, baby.